How will we charge every electric car? Introduction. Why this is a serious question. Electric vehicles are no longer just a trend. They are becoming the new normal. In early 2025, Americans bought nearly 300,000 new EVs in just 3 months. That's over 11% of all new car sales. By 2030, some estimates say 1 in 2 new cars sold could be electric. That's a huge shift. And while people talk about batteries, range, and prices, almost no one asks the most important question. Where are we going to charge them all? And even more important, can our grid handle it? Let's break it down. How many EVs are coming and how fast? Right now, there are over 9.6 million electric vehicles on American roads. By 2027, we may hit 12 million. By 2035, over 50 million. And by 2050, experts believe between 60 and 70% of all personal vehicles in the US will be electric. That means over 150 million EVs. Just imagine this. You wake up and half the cars on your street are plugged in. That's the future we're headed toward. But what powers all those plugs? How much electricity will they need? An average EV uses about 18 kilowatt hours per 100 miles. The average US driver covers roughly 13,500 miles per year. That means one EV needs about 2.4 megawatt hours annually. Multiply that by 150 million cars. You get over 360 terawatt hours of electricity per year. That's more than 8% of the current total electricity consumption in the US. And this doesn't include trucks, buses, or delivery fleets. That's just personal vehicles. This is not a small adjustment. It's a massive demand spike, and the current grid was not built for this. Can the grid actually handle this? In some places, yes. In many places, absolutely not. Evening is already peak time for electricity usage. Now imagine 20 houses on a block plugging in EVs at 6 p.m. That could push neighborhood transformers beyond their limits. It's not just a matter of national generation. Local infrastructure matters more. And many parts of America have decades-old wiring. To charge 150 million EVs, we'll need not just more electricity. We'll need better wiring, smarter transformers, and faster communication between grid systems. Without it, we're going to see blackouts. A lot of them. Charging at home? Not for everyone. If you live in a house with a garage, great. You can install a charger. It costs some money, but it works. But 40% of Americans live in apartments or shared housing. No driveway, no garage, no easy way to install a charger. And in dense cities, there's no room for a charger on every block. That means millions of drivers will rely on public chargers. And right now, we don't have nearly enough. Public charging, the missing piece. As of 2025, there are about 61,000 public charging stations in the US. That sounds like a lot, but it's not. Some states, like California, are doing well. Others are far behind. And many of these stations are in retail parking lots where you can't charge overnight. The federal government promised 500,000 chargers by 2030, but so far only a fraction has been built, and rollout is slow. Permits, land ownership, utility upgrades, it all takes time. Meanwhile, the number of EVs keeps rising. We're adding cars faster than plugs. What happens during peak hours? Imagine this. It's 6:30 p.m. You get home from work. It's hot, so the AC is on. You plug in your car. So does your neighbor and the guy across the street. Multiply that by millions. That's an energy spike the grid may not survive. Without smart charging, we'll have to overbuild generation just to handle 1 hour of the day. That's expensive and unnecessary if we plan ahead. Smart grids and smarter thinking. There's a solution: smart grids. These systems don't let every car charge at once. They balance loads. They charge when demand is low, like 2 a.m. They pause charging when the grid is stressed. Some even let your EV send power back to the grid. It's called vehicle-to-grid, or V2G. It turns every parked car into a potential power source. But for this to work, we need software. We need communication between utilities and chargers. We need regulations that don't yet exist. And we need it all fast. What about clean energy? Charging an EV with coal power is better than a gas car. But it's not great. To get the full benefit, EVs need clean electricity. That means solar, wind, hydro, and battery storage. But renewables are unpredictable. Solar peaks during the day. Wind depends on the weather. EVs mostly charge at night. So we need storage, big batteries, massive ones, to hold solar energy from the day and deliver it at night. That's a new layer of complexity and a major challenge. Costs and who pays. All of this will cost money. A lot of it. Some estimates say hundreds of billions. New transformers, new grid tech, more public charging, more renewable generation. And that raises the big question. Who's going to pay? The government? Utilities? Taxpayers? EV owners? Right now, there's no clear plan. Just a growing number of EVs and a grid that's not ready. What happens if we don't act? It's simple. People will buy EVs. They'll bring them home. They'll plug them in. And the grid will say no. That leads to overloads, brownouts, blackouts. People will blame EVs. They'll say the whole thing was rushed. And momentum will stall. We can't afford that, because this transition is necessary, but only if it's done right. Conclusion: we still have time. America is not too late, but we are not ready. The shift to electric vehicles is happening fast. We must match it with smarter planning, stronger grids, more public infrastructure, smarter homes, better coordination between tech, utilities, and government. The future can be clean and quiet and electric, but only if we build it in time. For more videos, hit the like button and subscribe our channel Almost Fiction.